Samsung's next mid-range phone just leaked, and the A56 might actually be worth the upgrade. Leaked benchmarks are showing a 30% performance bump, the charging is finally getting faster, and there are some interesting camera changes. I've got all the details, including the price and release date. The biggest upgrade is that new Exynos 1580 chip. Real talk, Samsung's mid-range chips haven't always been the best, but this one's different. The benchmarks are hitting 1,141 on single-core and 3,036 on multi-core. For comparison, that's about a 30% jump from the A55. In real life, apps launch instantly, you can keep way more apps running in the background, and games that used to stutter now run smooth. Plus, you're getting either 8 or 12 gigs of RAM and up to 256GB storage. Display-wise, Samsung's using their dynamic AMOLED panel at full HD+. If you've used any recent Samsung phone, you know what to expect. Those deep blacks, vivid colors that don't look artificial, and that smooth 120Hz refresh rate. The screen size looks like it's staying at 6.6 inches, which honestly hits that sweet spot between too big and too small. Build quality is solid. Aluminum frame, glass back, and from the leaked renders, they're tweaking the camera design. The whole phone just looks cleaner this time around. No word on IP rating yet, but given the A55 had decent water resistance, expect at least IP67 here. Let's talk cameras. This is where things get interesting. The main sensor is jumping to 50 megapixel, and it's using that new Samsung sensor with better low-light performance. The ultra-wide is 12 megapixel, and you get a 5 megapixel depth sensor for portrait shots. Here's where it gets weird, though. They're dropping the selfie camera from 32 megapixel to 12 megapixel. Megapixels aren't everything, and this might actually be a better sensor, but we'll have to test it out. Last year's A55 struggled a bit with night shots and motion blur, so I'm really hoping they've fixed those issues. Battery life should be solid with that 5000 mAh battery, easily a full day, maybe 2 if you're not gaming. But the real upgrade is the 45W charging. The old 25W charger on the A55 took about 80 minutes for a full charge. This new one should cut that down to about 45 minutes. Even better, a quick 15-minute charge should get you from 0 to around 40%. Perfect for those mornings when you forget to charge overnight. Now for the price. Looking at €439, which comes out to about $550. That's actually not bad when you look at what you're getting. Better chip, faster charging, upgraded main camera, and that premium build. Storage options are 128GB or 256GB, and honestly, spend the extra money for 256GB if you can. You'll thank yourself later. The launch should be happening in early 2025, likely March or April, if Samsung sticks to their usual schedule. Based on previous releases, expect it to hit Europe first, then roll out to Asia and other markets. One thing to keep in mind, if you've got an A54 or older, this is a pretty solid upgrade. If you're rocking the A55, maybe wait for the reviews first. That processor bump is nice, but it might not be worth dropping $550 if your current phone is working fine. That's everything we know about the A56 so far. I'll be getting my hands on one as soon as it launches for a full review. Drop a comment if there's anything specific you want me to test. Later.